What if he has had performance issues in the past, so stopped initiating because he can't get past those issues? How do I help him?
Ooh.
Okay, that is a great question, and we actually touched on that with one of the other questions as one of the possible reasons why he might not be initiating. The biggest thing is don't shame him or make him wrong for it. So now the tricky thing is, and I'm going to let Celine talk about this, is how she can encourage him to seek the help that he actually needs to fix that, because it is fixable. But the first thing that women need to know is don't make him wrong for it. Don't give him a hard time about it. Be very empathetic, understanding. Don't pressure him, and then see if you can find a way to help guide him in the right direction.
It's always a little tricky to guide your man, because it's easy then to fall into a dynamic that's not very romantic. So oftentimes I will say, hey, get an outside help. I also want to say we have online courses for men that is like specifically for these problems to help them solve those. So like that's something he can do on his own if he wants to. But what can you do is ultimately when you are fooling around and let's say he doesn't get an erection, find other ways to not just stop and be like, oh, it doesn't matter, and turn around and stop the pleasure. Like bring in a dildo, have him go down on you, masturbate, like whatever that is. Like start to bring more fun rather than focusing on the problem. I'm not saying don't say there's no problem, but don't let it stop you from connecting physically. But be creative because sex is not just penetration. I mean, there's a lot of options to have sexual connection, sexual energy, and penis and vagina is only one way. Okay, and don't limit yourself to just that. The only thing is it's a tricky thing. He needs to want to do something because a lot has to do with his mindset, and a lot of men get stuck in this anxiety wheel. And it's like I see this all the time. I work with over 1,000 men by now, and it's something that I see all the time. And unless he's willing to really step it up and be like, okay, what am I doing wrong? How can I change that? You're not going to be able to change it. So focus on still touching each other, still connecting, still making some sexuality, some form of it, and encourage him to find support and help and ask him what would help you. Maybe give him a little bit more time. Maybe he needs you to give him a hand job for longer. Maybe you need to play with using a cock ring. And be honest with him. A lot of women also say, oh, but it doesn't matter. Yes, it does matter. Say, yeah, it sucks, but I still love you. Let's brainstorm how we can make this work for us. Like, this is the kind of approach you need to do. Don't let him all alone in there because he's going to spiral into this like anxiety thing. But like, create a safe space for him to start to move through that.
And it's fixable. It's absolutely fixable. There's no reason why he has to suffer with it, you have to suffer with it. It is totally fixable.